Valley Club, I've quit in the past, but it was not happening this time. This past weekend was the 2024 Nogi Pans. Did participate. As you can see, it was a rough weekend for me. And in this video, I'm going to talk about what happened leading up to this, what happened during the matches, and what happened in the aftermath of all that. And if you're ready for that, then you know what to do, Valley Club. Find that like button and let's go smash it. And welcome back to the ValleyFlyin channel. I am Paul, also known as ValleyFlyin. Normally, we're talking about Marvel Strike Force on this channel, but today we're talking about my other passion, which is Jiu-Jitsu. Been doing Jiu-Jitsu for almost 6 years now. Have a lot of fun with it. Entered tournaments in the past, entered some of these Nogi Pan tournaments in the past. Won the first one I did not win last year, was not happy with my performance. So I was looking forward to getting back at this for about a year and was really looking forward to this. The training leading up to my previous two tournaments were really good, had a really good mindset, so had some hard training. Leading up to the Nogi Pans this year was a little tougher. Had some setbacks, had some things going on in personal life, and was just really depressed, made it hard to train. Had some injuries, which made it hard to train as well leading up to this, but my mindset was the most important thing. Had a rough training on the Wednesday before the Pans. The Pans actually happened on a Saturday. The Wednesday night had a rough training, was getting my butt kicked left and right, and I just had to tell myself, you know what? Don't focus on winning this one. My previous mindset going into the tournaments, my last two tournaments, which I had a really strong mindset, was go in there, don't quit, keep fighting no matter what happens. So as soon as I made that shift on Wednesday night, took a lot of the pressure off, and I was like, all I need to do is just fight hard. All right, so this is my first opponent. There's 4 in the bracket. The other 2 opponents in the bracket is this person in the gray shirt and this person in the black shirt here. Those are the 4 in the bracket, and we start. So my training leading up to this really had the same strategy, gonna wear on my opponent's head. Been working a lot of hand fighting, but really don't really have a lot of solid go-to takedowns that I have. So I'm really trying to wear in his neck again, hopefully get him to make a mistake and capitalize on that. So just trying to tug on his neck, create a lot of annoyance for him, create a lot of pressure for him, and I'm not sure what to do. His hand fighting was pretty good. He does get position on me and takes me out there. Didn't like that. Don't want to go move backwards. I want to move forward all the time in the match, but yeah, he got the best of me there. We start up again, and I'm like, all right, don't move backwards. Don't let him drive me backwards. So I'm just trying to grab his head again, wear on his head, and he does a good job, like not allowing me to get to his head, not really getting a good position on him to get what I want as far as getting him down. I wear on his head again, and I see his leg there. I go for a sloppy single leg attempt. I get my head caught in underneath him, but luckily I'm able to get it out. I keep working that underhook, and instead of going for like his head here, I go for a Uchimata, not something that I've really trained here, and you could tell that as I land, my weight is not correct, and he just flips me over. So even though I initiated the takedown because I didn't have control, and he eventually ends up on top, he gets the points for that. So he's up right now 2-0. I'm down 2-0. And so what I'm trying to do now is to get on top. So I'm shifting my legs here. What I want to do is shift over my legs. I actually have the lockdown now on his legs. So my 2 legs are around his right leg here. And now I need to get my hands in the right position. So this right hand of mine needs to get around his other leg. And this left hand, I have the underhook. I'm shooting for that. And I'm trying to get my other hand in the correct place. But he has a good cross face on my head. And he's driving his shoulder, turning my head the wrong way. So I can't get my head where I want to. So I'm trying to free my head so I can turn and look where I need to look. I don't want to give it the underhook. So I keep the underhook, and I'm just trying to turn my head. I try to buck my hips a little, create a little space so I could get my head turned into him, but he has a lot of good shoulder pressure, driving my head the wrong way. I go to the lockdown a little bit, and now I get my head where it needs to be. Now I'm getting my head on his leg. I try to turn him to my right or to this side, but he doesn't go. Good base. So now I'm just trying to wrestle up here. Wanted to grab that ankle, and now I grab that ankle, turn my hips, and now get on top. Now I don't get the points for the sweep yet because he still has my head. As soon as he lets go of my head, then I'll get the points for the sweep, and he lets it go there. And now I get the 2 points for the sweep. So I did sweep him, but because he had control of my head, he had the points. So I'd go for the north-south choke. He does this weird backspin to try to get out of it, tries to actually take my back. Luckily for myself, I still have his head there, and I'm able to get him back to the ground just by holding his head. If I didn't have a good enough grip on his head, he would have got out, taken my back, and it would have been good for me. But luckily, I'm able to bring him back down. We're back into his half guard. I'm on top. I'm threatening a Kimura on this side. He defends that well. I am trying to get my leg free so I could pass again and start to work my attacks. I don't want to attack from half guard here. He tries to do a sweep. I have that leg there, so he doesn't really get his hips turned in the correct place. I go for the cow catcher there. I get the chin strap. I got the underhook. If I could get my right leg free out of his legs, I could start to set up this cow catcher, but he's framing this leg. I'm trying to use that to free my other right leg, my left leg. And yeah, so he has that frame there. I can't get my right leg out. So instead of trying to do a cow catcher, I try to pass there. So I start attacking his hips. I start attacking the lock that he has on my leg. I try to open up his lock so I could step out. His legs are now open. Now all I need to do, I've trapped that ankle, and now I just step out, turn my hip so he can't re-guard. So I get the pass points there, 3 points. There's only 55 seconds left, so less than a minute to look for a submission. So I'm trying to my best to find something here. So I have his arm on this side, so I'm trying to look for a head and arm choke on this side. Try to set that up, see if I could set that up. He tries to escape again, so I have to stop that escape. Bring down his knee, and now I have my head on the other side of his arm. If I could get this knee sliced across his belly, get to mount, I could start to work a finish for that head and arm choke. He knows that I need that though, so he has his knee up. I do a sloppy attempt coming up to try to get the mount, but he knows that what I need, so he just blocked it there. Super sloppy. Luckily, I don't lose position from that sloppy attempt there. But now there's not a lot of time left, so I just go for a north-south choke here. Try to see if I could finish that. He starts to come up again. I don't want him to come up to try to take my back, so I have that chin strap. I have my hips free for the cow catcher, but he has my head. I would need the underhook in that far side to finish that, but I'm just trying to yank it up, finish. Time runs out, and we are both exhausted. I am so tired. I got a little more tired than I wanted in the warm-up, so I am dead here. He looks like he has a little more gas than I do, but we got a little bit more time. Now these guys are gonna go and they're gonna fight, and I get the winner, and that will be the finals. Now, unfortunately, I threw up a few times after that first match. I threw up 3 times. I'm tired. He's tired as well. This is about 20-30 minutes later though, so I should have had enough time to rest, although I didn't. Now he is a wrestler. I saw his cauliflower eaters, so I know he's gonna try to shoot at me. So I'm just gonna do that same strategy because I don't have a lot of other options at this point from what I've drilled. I'm trying to wear on his head, use that hand fighting, see if I could get him to make a mistake. Yeah, and he told me he didn't like all the collar ties that I was doing, all the clubs that I was doing on his head. He drives me out as well, almost the same exact position where I got driven out from the last guy. I hear my coach say, don't back up, circle around. All I hear is a circle around though, so I start circling. The ref's like, what are you doing? Why are you not starting on the correct side? So we reset again, and now we're on the correct sides, and we start with this battling again. I'm still trying to wear on his head, see if I can get him to get his neck tired and get him to make a mistake. I'd want him to actually shoot here. He actually shoots, but I give him no reaction, no sprawls, and I'm not sure if that's just because I hadn't drilled the sprawls enough or because I'm tired, but bad reaction. Now he does get the takedown, but because I initially had his head, he didn't get the points initially, but now I don't have his head anymore, so now he gets the points for takedown. And he's trying to pass my guard. He's trying to get this leg out and get past my guard. I'm trying to get that knee back into my full guard, so now we're in full guard. Decent position for me to attack, not as good position for him to attack, but for him, he is up and I'm down. He's up 2-0. So I gotta look for an attack. I gotta look for a sweep. I need to score here, so I'm trying to attack some guillotines. I'm looking for a Kimura. He knows what I'm trying to do. He's defending that well. I'm also trying for a Kimura sweep, and he has a frame on my right knee, and he has my hips turned the opposite way that I need. Now I got my hips turned the correct way, but I don't have a Kimura sweep yet. And he actually goes and traps my arm. Now he traps my arm there. You can see my right arm is trapped under me. He's got his right arm on my right arm, so I only have my left arm right now. Not great for me. He has a lot more control on me than I would like. I do not want him to have that control. He tries to open up my guard again. There's not much I could do with only one hand. But I noticed that he tries to open my guard up that same way. So now I try to free my hand here so I could have 2 hands to fight instead of 1. He postures up. Now I got my hands back in the fight, and it's on the correct side. So I'm trying to work my attacks again, see if I can attack, see if I can find a sweep. I try to look for that Kimura again. He immediately starts attacking that knee to get me thinking twice about doing that Kimura sweep. And I noticed he sticks his hand back once, and he did that a few times. So I was thinking, all right, if he does that again, maybe I have a triangle attempt here. Maybe he won't see that coming. It is kind of a risk because I have to open up my legs here. So as he tries to pass my guard again, opens my guard, he puts his hand on his knee. I'll use that as an opportunity to try to get a triangle. However, he knows that as well. He postures up again. I try to look for that Kimura. I'm trying to get the angle. He postures up again. I go for that Kimura, or I go for that triangle attempt. But as soon as I go for the triangle attempt, immediately opens, keep my guard open, and starts to pass. Now, at this point, I am dead tired. I'm like, all right, I don't have much left. But in my mind, I'm like, just keep fighting. Just keep fighting. Don't let him pass. Don't let him pass. Don't let him do what he wants to you. So I am just trying to hold here. I'm just trying to keep fighting. Not sure if I could win at this point, but my main goal again was just to keep fighting. So now I look for an arm and I start to set up a Kimura. I don't have my hands or my legs on the other side, so I don't know if I could finish this Kimura, but I can use it as a sweep. And luckily my coaches point out, yeah, there's no finish there. You need to sweep him. So I look for that reaction and I go for the sweep here, and I do finally get the sweep. I get on top, and that should be 2 points. So now it's tied 2-2. I do have one advantage. No, he has an advantage over me. So it's tied 2-2, and I need to pass the guard to get some points here to win. There's not a lot of time left. And well, I pass his guard, but I don't hold this position here. If I hold this position for 3 seconds, I get 3 more points. Instead, I try to mount, and I don't get either of them. So I don't get the pass, and I don't get the mount. So that could have been 7 points. I'm up. I get 0 points for all that effort. I'm still on top though, so that's a good thing. And I do have some advantages because I almost passed and I almost had mount. So I do have some advantages there, but yeah, this is not good. So I know there's not a lot of time left. He has my leg, so I just kind of go for broke at this point. I've tried to just put my legs on his to try to open it up, but he uses that to come up to sweep. Now, he does not get the sweep points yet because I still have his head. If I let go of his head, he gets the sweep points. He gets 2 points. He wins. I would be up. He would be up 4-2 at that point. So I need to hold on his head. As you can see, the time is clicking down there. 11, 10 seconds. If his head gets out of my armpit, he gets the takedown, or he gets a sweep and he wins. If I hold him and he doesn't get his head free, he doesn't get the points, and I win because I have more advantages than him. Time runs out. And it ends up being 2-2, but I have 4 advantages. He has 1 because I stupidly didn't get those points for when I passed, or when I mounted, or when I almost mounted. So I get the win. It's very, very close win. I'm more happy about this that I didn't quit. There's a few opportunities that I may have quit in the past. So I'm really happy with this fight. Didn't go as well as it could have from a technical standpoint. From a mental standpoint though, really, really happy. So I got the close win. We got the championship. However, I was not able to claim this medal yet, because I was dead tired. I had to throw up a few more times before I got the medal. So 5 times in total, 3 times after that first match, 2 times after that second match, but I did get the medal. It was all worth it, but you might be wondering what happened to your face. Well, as an indirect result of the match, I was dead tired. Like I said, I threw up, so I had no food in my system. Drank a little bit of water, but obviously not enough, because as we were going to dinner, my family and I, in the parking lot, fainted, fell on my face, and that's where all this happened from. So this is an indirect result of the match. It didn't happen directly from the match. And we did go to the emergency room. That's where I spent my evening celebrating my win. But they did a CT scan, an EKG. It was all fine. I guess I was just totally dehydrated. So other than me looking weird, everything is all good. So what is next? Well, there are the World Championships in December. Wasn't originally planning to do that, but one of my friends, one of my teammates is also going to go and compete in that. So I might change my mind and go do that. If not, though, I will post all of my jiu-jitsu matches, regardless of whether it's in December or a few months from now. All the jiu-jitsu matches will be on this channel, so if you want to see more of them, hit that subscribe button. Also, the main content on this channel is going to be Marvel Strike Force, so if you want to see more Marvel Strike Force content, make sure you hit that subscribe button as well. If you did enjoy the video, leave it a like. Have a great one, guys, and yeah, learn from my mistakes. Make sure you eat. Make sure you stay hydrated. Don't faint. Don't screw up your face. Have a great one, though, guys. Don't quit. I'll see you guys next time. Hulk Fist Bump, ValleyFlyin, out.